All right, breaking news. Thor's pronoun change has been confirmed. What up, people? You have just joined the Abomination. I appreciate y'all for coming through, hanging out with me, having this conversation. To have more of these conversations or to hear more of my thoughts, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, people. It'll be much appreciated. And I like engaging with y'all and seeing, y'all comments and y'all talking to me. As y'all have heard or have seen, Marvel Studios has just released the official trailer for Thor, Love and Thunder. Well, teaser trailer. I'm not about to review it or give my thoughts on the trailer itself specifically. I've seen the trailer. There was nothing great. There was nothing crazy. There was nothing or intriguing about it to me. Because I checked out of the MCU a long time ago, because of the disrespect that I saw to my characters or to these heroes that we knew and grew up with and having an idea of, and specifically my favorite two superheroes, Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk. Now, Thor was an integral part to the whole building up of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Although I have not seen the Thor movies because he was just not a character that I was interested in or like the MCU's portrayal of that character from what I did know of him. Yeah, I just had no need to see his movies. But in this new trailer, they come with all the gizmos and gadgets aplenty to show y'all or to show the people that we got, the heroes that y'all know and love. We got the Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as their music, their kind of feel thrown into this movie. And they have some part, specifically Star-Lord, in Thor's coming back to himself, finding himself, although he's not himself. Now somebody else is him, and it's a female. Hence the title of my last Thor video talking about the toys, where I revealed, and I didn't hear anybody else talking about Mighty Thor, as well as King Valkyrie, featuring Thor, in the toys, in little Lego toy set for featuring the new movie's characters. And on that box set, you see Thor is on the boat, chilling or looking up at the fight, probably shooting some lightning as support, but Mighty Thor is actually flying around and getting in the villain shit, while King Valkyrie handling her business. So yeah, Thor changed his pronouns. He's transitioned now. Now he's a woman, and who he used to be is no longer relevant. Now he's living this new life alongside Jane Foster's Thor. And he's no longer ruling Asgard. He's not worthy of that either. So he's not worthy of Mjolnir or his birthright. So now that's been given over to a Black Valkyrie, who calls herself King Valkyrie and wears a fucking suit like she back in Men in Black or some shit. Like they've already introduced multi-dimensional travel as she visited herself in Men in Black.
Really hack into the Hubble telescope to look at Andromeda 2 and we didn't catch her?
In the old days, we'd have hired her.
I was like, okay, I was a boss bitch over here. Let me let me carry that shit over to Asgard. Further reason for me to hate this movie is Korg is in it. And if you know Korg from the Planet Hulk story, hell, even the animated movie, which was fucking amazing.
My name is Korg of Krona, son of Korg, and killer of my brothers. You shall know the truth of who I am.
That character was complete garbage. He was just some goofy comedic relief with his weird ass jokes when he was a fucking strong ass warrior, as well as like on some tactical type shit. So he just wasn't a big dumb rock man. Korg was fucking amazing. He was the other heavy hitter on Hulk's squad as a gladiator. And while they focused all of the trailer on Thor and his little Lion King evolution in the trailer, just to present to you Jane Foster's Thor at the end, the movie I feel is going to be the complete opposite. She's going to be the main focus. The movie is going to be about her. He's going to take a back seat and provide support while validating her in the process. And as we see from the toy set, she's going to be battling the main villain or cementing her place as the greatest Thor in history to y'all. So yeah, I'm not interested at all. I walked out of fucking Spider-Man Homecoming, and although him being my favorite superhero, because of what they've done to these characters, and seeing Hulk's Planet Hulk storyline being taken by Thor Ragnarok, and seeing what the fuck, and seeing this disrespectful shit that they've done to it, to boost Thor while at the same time having him providing support or taking a backseat to these new characters they introduced, like Mighty Thor and King Valkyrie. I'm just like, nah, I'm out. You know, with the why you get me invested with the original Avengers, you know what I'm saying, to give me a taste of Spider-Man just to snatch these niggas away from them, or just to snatch them away from me. You know, I didn't care about Captain America or Thor or Iron Man at any time until the MCU. They got me interested in these characters. But, you know, unfortunately for them, I go in there and I see Ironheart and fucking and Captain Falcon. So, you know, I was like, oh, okay, well, never mind then. I'll just go back to the old stuff, or go to the version of these characters that I know that they've been for decades, you know, until recently. So there aren't many people like myself who aren't giving this company money because we see that there's no need for them. And, you know, shit, Spider-Man No Way Home, like, I didn't see that, you know. I don't care. It was nothing integral. It was nothing great or key to the story. This story that I've been checked out on, you know, it didn't provide anything else, anything new. You know, I've read the Spider-Verse comic, so I know what they're trying to do and how they're failing. So ignorance is bliss. I really understand what they mean by that now. I also think it's because I am an artist and I want to create like comic books or movies, definitely cartoons, but pencil on paper and see where it goes. But I do want to create something that's going to be a cultural impact through art. And so to see these people who had nothing to do with the conception of these brands, you know, these characters and these universes and these properties, to see them take those and just put what they want, whatever narratives they want to push, like me and my man Ego said on our Heroes No Capes podcast, they're having their own like on-screen therapy where they're telling their story and they're making us be a part of it. We're like, no, don't use our characters to do that, especially our time. Literally, it's fucking crazy disrespectful how these people can just take over these companies and just say fuck them, fuck the audience. What do we have to do to get money, or what they think they're getting money from, or their target audience? Their target audience is not the core audience, or what was the faithful audience. I'll say that. So a bunch of people are out of this shit, and eventually you normies will get tired of this shit, and they're gonna just start throwing shit at the wall and seeing what stick. Like they're gonna give y'all a fucking Marvel versus DC crossover movie or some shit, and y'all gonna flop. But anyway, so I'm pulling up the trailer, but not to watch it, just to see some of these comments and why this shit won't die, and they're gonna keep on making these garbage movies. All right, this looks totally different to what I was expecting, and I love it. Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth sharing a stage is so much chaos. Can't wait. Okay, so they love it. Just, you know, seeing other characters, they love it. Imagine auditioning for a role and being set for life. Chris nailed it from the very beginning, continues to be the Thor no one asked for, but everyone needed. The color in this trailer is jaw-dropping. Both Raimi and Waititi are bringing their A game to Phase 4. I love that there were no fights until the last scene. It really shows that the movie won't be as crazy as the new ones and will really center around Thor's personal journey. And like, all of the shit praised in this movie, you just see how many likes it gets. Right, there were no fights until the last scene, which is probably that scene where you see fucking Jane Foster kick the villain's ass. But I do feel like she's going to be in more of the movie. I really think they're going to want to highlight her. And all we saw from Thor was this fucking namaste journey. Some shit. This is exactly why I love the Thor movies. They keep reinventing themselves, and Thor is still on a journey towards improving himself. Gotta love it. See, all of that shit. All of that shit. The way Thor has redefined the strongest one arc is masterful. They have such an interesting message of no matter how much muscle you have to fix your inner self to truly live life. See, that's what people love. That's what they love in this journey, this emotional shit that they saw from Thor. And you know, I haven't read many Thor comics. I've read Thor in a bunch of comics. And this is not the shit that I saw from him. I'm telling you, they just emasculating this man while pushing these other Thors. Well, my Valkyrie and Lady Thor to the front. Like, and he's saying he's not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. So like real life, these women looking at these strong men like they not worthy. What self-help journey have you been on? Which we should all be asking of everybody, you know. Shit, how have you been working on yourself? I've watched this trailer so many times already. Whoever made this did an incredible job. One of the best teasers I've ever seen. Thor's character development from an egotistical god who thought he could defeat anyone having human qualities is amazing. Can't wait for this movie. So they want to see Thor just be weakified. I still feel kind of bad for Thor. He lost everything because of Thanos, Hela, and Malekith. His brother, mother, father, and brother friend are all dead. I haven't watched the movie, so I can't add too much to that. But I know Hela was not their fucking sister. That was Loki's daughter, but that would put her under the man, and they couldn't have that, so they had to put her as the older sister who was better than them. So cold that the father was afraid of her. Don't get me wrong, I've always liked Thor, but since Taika has taken over, I now love Thor. So pumped for this. Let's go! I don't know if he trolling or what. I hope he trolling, but hey man, these people love movies. They love the movies version of these characters. Man, this looks amazing. The colors in this trailer look so surprised, bro. These colors be getting y'all. This the type of shit I wanted to see in that Lion King remake. We ain't get no colors in that dry ass movie, but Disney just be pushing shit out, man. Y'all eating it up. And this shows on why I super love Thor movies like this. And Thor is on a new adventure on trying to improve himself. Can't wait for this to come out. Are you saying you like Thor Ragnarok? See, people that say shit like that, I'm just like, now I understand it was entertaining and, you know, you get to see like that fight in Asgard. Like, I even liked Hela in that movie. But I like how they portrayed her. I don't like who she was, if that makes sense. Like, you could have kept her the daughter, you know, it'd been some uprising. I guess they didn't want to make a villain, the female a villain, but still, man, like that actress played her. That's who it was. It was the actress. And yeah, so there was things I could easily see how that movie can be loved by a lot of people, but it could have been its own movie and we could have got Planet Hulk in his movie, and we would have seen like evolution of these characters individually, whereas you just see Hulk tagging along with some other Avenger. And like how they're pushing together events. It seemed like they actually were just trying to hurry up and kick these older characters out the door when they had so many stories to that they could have been working on, you know, with these characters, so many other storylines. Definitely before the Thanos shit, but yeah, it's like, damn, it's fucked up. It's like we was fish on a rod and they got us in with the hook with the Marvel Phase 1, maybe 2, or the MCU Phase 1, 2. And, you know, after they got their money, after they got us in there and hooked and, you know, the mind control, then we were just like, okay, I gotta see the next one. I gotta see the next one. So, hey man, the devil is fucking smart as fuck. Man, these movies are by far one of the greatest out of the Marvel universe. They feel like an interactive comedy, and I'm all here for it. That's what they want, interactive comedy. People just want to turn their minds off. They're not invested. They don't care about this shit. They're just ready to eat the next one. Can't wait to see the strongest Avenger back on the big screen, but he the biggest cuck, and I've never even said that word, I don't think, fucking on camera, but, and I don't use it in real life, but this is exactly what they're doing, and either people are too dumb to realize it or they don't care. I legit cried when I first watched it. I love the Aesir so much from mythology and am a Norse pagan myself. Norwegian, Scottish, Viking blood, and proud of it. There you go, girl. And they mean so much to me. Taika nailed it again. Okay, I don't know how y'all feel about y'all religions, but if we see some shit like this, our God having to fucking give a backseat to these women, we gonna be like, what the fuck? You disrespectful. God gonna cast you down for that. But anyway. But people don't take religion seriously these days, so, you know. Chris Hemsworth's voice alone gives me goosebumps. Oh my God. All right, point I'm trying to make is everybody love this shit. And there was this one comment I saw where somebody was actually saying like, this is the last original Avenger. We get to see him, his cast off. And we need to flock to this movie to go see it, or to pay our respects to this character or to the original team. And I'm just like, nah, fuck that. You know, these creators didn't pay their respects to the original teams, especially to the original source material, to the comic books. This wasn't the issue in the very beginning, and that's when they had us faithful, diehard, legit comic book fans invested. Yeah, but as we just saw them fuck around these characters, then we were out. So I would love to see this shit die and just stop, but folks, y'all gonna continue to watch these movies because you have this need. I don't know if it has anything to do with the movies, you know, it being a story, expanding a lot of movies, which I give them credit for. The idea was great. Like I said, it was great in the beginning. Or is it that everybody's gonna be talking about it, that you just gotta be in the know? You just gotta have a conversation, but the conversation only gonna last like what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You're gonna type, ooh, that was great, 10 out of 10, go see it, and then your life gonna go back to what it was. So I really don't understand the appeal, or why people, you know, feel like they have to go consume this shit. I mean, this video has 27 million views, but only 1.4 million views. I wonder what the dislikes are. That would be interesting. I don't have a Chrome extension. I hear about it, but yeah, that'd be cool to know how many dislikes this video has. And if that's correct, if this video does have way more dislikes than it has likes, then it means a lot of people don't like this shit, or a lot of people see the agenda of, you know, down with patriarchy, strong men, and saying women are equivalent on that level. We're equal, but, you know, both sexes excel in something, which is why we are, you know, great complements. We work well together. But yeah, that'll be interesting. But, you know, don't just dislike the shit, because, you know, stop going, stop giving them money. But yeah, that's all I got for this video, people. I appreciate y'all spending this time with me, hanging out with me. Go ahead and leave a like or a dislike on the video. You know, and if those buttons are not enough, leave me a comment down below. Tell me how you really feeling. Do you want to see this Thor movie? Do you care about the MCU? Do you disagree with anything I've said as far as this self-help journey or whatever that he's going on is good for him and cleansing his soul, so that, you know, instead of Thor, he can be, I don't know, Tony now or some shit, and then leave the title of Thor to Jane Foster, and, you know, she could be Thor, and that's great for humanity and comic books and whatnot. And then tell me, you know, how many comic books have you read where that shit happens and it works out, and people find it over so much that they flocked to the comic book store and picked that shit up. Oh yeah, and if you really disagree with me and I'm a misogynist or some phobe, all this type of shit, leave that comment down below. I want to see that. I like laughing at that. Go ahead and be as heinous as YouTube will allow. You know, I'm with it if they are. And if you find any value in my opinion whatsoever and you want to hear more of my thoughts, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
So I'm not sure I get you.
Give me a real fight.
You all right, boy?
Any of you guys read that chapter in The Art of War about misdirection?